Hi, my name is William. I am the Reform Recycling Chair, and today I'll be talking through the cleaning process for the recycling team. There are 4 major steps of our main cleaning process. The first one is our actual cutting station, which is over here. The next one is our sonication, which happens over here. Our scrubbing and cleaning with soap over here, and finally we are doing our drying. So those are the 4 steps that we'll walk through in this video. The first step of our cleaning process is the preparation for cleaning. So that involves cutting, removing of any labels, anything like that. So we'll come over here to Charlie, who is currently working on some of the cleaning. So what he's done is taking off any of the labels to the best of his ability. The adhesive is a little bit hard to get off, just do the best that you can. He's then gonna remove the top and the bottom of the bottles. He's also already removed the lid and put it into a separate place. He's then going to cut down the middle of the bottle so that it can be easily cleaned, as well as easily put through the grinder the next time that we need to use it. After that, it's put into this box here and it's ready to be sonicated. And that is stuff that's already been cut and is ready to be cleaned. After the cutting process, we then move on to sonication. So Jordan over here is at the sonicator. What he does is he takes our stuff that's been nicely cut up and he places it into the sonicator for a couple minutes. The main purpose of the sonicator is to remove any extra particulates that have been left over from the bottle. So any leftover soda, any parts of the label, anything like that. Our goal is to get those really loosened up with the sonicator so that we can move on to the next step. Our next step is the actual cleaning process. So once we've come over from the sonicator and once everything's been removed, we come over here, we place it into a bath of soapy water, and we inspect each of the pieces. Once we look through and see that there's not any contaminants of any dirt or any soda or anything like that left over, we can then move them to the clean water. If there are any extra contaminants, we then can scrub them with any leftover label, anything like that. We can scrub them with the brush or with any other things like the sponge over here, and we can then remove them and place them in here. This one needs a little bit more work, but we'll move on. The reason we want to clean the bottles is because they have a lot of contaminants when we collect them. These contaminants can be anything like residue of soda, any dirt if it was left on the ground. A lot of these stuff can get into it, and it makes it really hard for us to actually recycle the plastic. When we put it into the extruder, when we try and grind it up, it can really gunk up the system and make it hard for us to get a quality product at the end. So we want to make sure that we can get rid of as many of these contaminants as possible, and this is the process of how we do that. Our final step of the cleaning process is drying. Water is just as much of a contaminant as any extra soda or dirt, so we need to make sure that we fully dry out our samples so that we can have a good thing to start with when we clean. So with our stuff that we've finished scrubbing, we'll take it over to our furnace over here, which is heated to 60 degrees Celsius. And we will individually place our pieces of plastic into the furnace. It is important that we don't have the furnace too hot, so we don't want to melt our pieces, as that would make it super hard for us to continue to work with them. However, we do want it hot enough that we can get rid of any of the extra water so we do not contaminate our plastic. The plastic bottle has over 5 different types of plastic in it, and we're really only interested in one. The main plastic of the bottle is PET, polyethylene terephthalate. The rest of the labels, the adhesive, the caps, all the different kind of stuff is a different type of plastic. That again kind of acts like a contaminant to our main PET that we want to recycle. So we want to separate that from our main part as best as we can. The reason I really like Reform is just being really hands-on, especially in this part of the process. So being able to hold the stuff that we collect and the stuff that we turn into our new filament, being able to clean it and really feel like we're taking it out of the normal waste stream and putting it into a new thing, that we're putting in a filament that we're making into new things that can help other people. It just really helps me feel like I'm doing good for a planet, as well as really using my material science knowledge especially in the recycling process.